Right. Welcome back, everybody, to YouTube channel BTCTV, to the second season of Blockchain Stars. Today, we will present you the next companies which are taking part in our TV show. So don't forget to start asking interesting questions below this video, because you can win different coins and different tokens from our partners. So let's get started this second episode of Blockchain Stars. Are you ready? Let's go.
Welcome to Stage 1. And here, please meet our famous advisors. Nikolai Shkilev. Nikolai Shkilev is an entrepreneur, PhD, owner and co-owner of dozens of successful business projects, ICO, STO advisor, and blockchain expert. Giacomo Arcaro. Giacomo Arcaro is one of the most experienced European growth hackers. He's a professor at College des Engineers, TAG Innovation School, founder of Black Marketing Guru, and Confindustrious speaker. He exited for $1 million with Circa Clienti.it in 2015, and now he's become one of the most influential European ICO advisors, with over 140,000 crypto followers. Dennis O'Neill. He has over 25 years as an investment banker. He was the managing director for SoftBank Investments and E2 Capital office in Chicago, and raised over $2 billion in capital for early-stage companies to date. He is a thought leader and blockchain crypto expert, and has spoken at over 25 conferences, and is a sought-after speaker for blockchain, STO, and crypto conferences. Blockchain Stars are proud to present our partners: X-Rates, BC and Law, the Blockchain Summit Austria, Malta Blockchain Summit.
Now we are coming to the next company, to company Freldo. Evgeny, right now we are listening your presentation about what is Freldo is all about. I'm going to unmute you right now, and again you have 3 minutes. And so we are listening to you.
Hello?
Yes, now we can.
Okay, did you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yep. Yes. Okay, wonderful. Okay, my name is Eugene. I represent company Frelda. Frelda is a Canadian company. It's registered in Toronto, Canada in 2011. And we launched it's a business social network. We launched this network in 2016. It's fully functional network. We have 40,000 live clients. And idea of behind our network, we want to solve a daily problem of everybody who deal with a service market, with if somebody did renovation in his house, invite service providers like electrician, technician, plumbers. The problem is very hard to find reliable service provider, because it's different from the product market. Because if you buy something on eBay, on Amazon, what you see on the screen, what you get at home, you can return it. But if you invite some technician to your house for renovation, like plumber, you don't know what you're going to receive on the end. And if you look on the internet, you see a lot of fake reviews. And when people suffer from many times they pay money, but didn't receive qualified work. So the blockchain technology brings a solution to this problem. First of all, we avoid fake reviews by people in our network receive recommendation for businesses just from close friends. So this strategy we use in our life. So if you ask your friend from his experience, recommend you some plumber, technician, hairdressers, and your friend who you know personally advise you this specialist, you go to receive quality work. The second problem is in this market not exist customer protection, because if a technician start work, you will pay for it, and if you receive not what you want from the beginning, anyway you need to pay. And the solution for this, we are writing smart contract for every deal, and this smart contract hold funds of customer, and business go to receive these funds only in the case what work is done properly. And Frelda is a third-party provider who make this deal fair and make it in time. So also we provide escrow services which not exist on the market, because cost of escrow service from blockchain technology just 2 cents. So if any problem between customer and business, so nobody need to hire a lawyer, pay $1,000, go to the court. So Frelda with blockchain technology and smart contract solves this problem. So we are doing this now because blockchain technology and can solve this problem in current work. The market size is huge, because it's small and medium businesses service provider, so it's grow every year. In United States, currently it's about $2.5 trillion in this business, so we see huge potential for Frelda. I want to. Okay, it's fully functional network, so anybody can go to frelda.com, check how it's work. So you have friends, you have businesses. You can go to any friends and see what businesses he used, and businesses know what you come from existing clients. So you can check reviews, and the difference with all reviews here about businesses from people who you know in personal. It's because on the Google you see reviews from unknown people. Our token is already on CoinMarketCap, and on CoinGecko we are trading on the exchanges, where price stable, and we have volume for our token. Our business model, we don't charge any upfront fee for businesses. We charge only 3 to 5% from every deal, but only after work is done. And every client receives referral fee from every deal if he brings a new customer to business. So our token has lot of usage inside of the network. So people can pay by our token to service. We pay a referral fee by our token. We using our token to get a new client to the network. Okay, our team is a Toronto-based team. We have 50 developers, and of them based in Toronto, and our partners it's IBM, Amazon, and currently our token support for many cryptocurrency wallets and Kyber network.
All right, thanks Evgeny for your presentation about Frelda. Please kindly turn off this presentation that now we are coming to the part of questions. Dennis, what questions you will have to Frelda?
Well, I guess I've got a couple of questions. One is that, you have 40,000 users. Are they, I mean, are you targeting a certain country now and then and going out from there? Obviously in the United States, we have Angie's List and several other companies that do a like-kind business. They don't escrow the monies, but they have huge market share and a huge brand in the space. So it'd be interesting to see how you would compete against that. The second side of that would be, you say that you have all these partners. What does that mean? I mean, what are these partners bringing to the table to call it a partnership?
Okay, currently in Frelda, working in Canada and the United States, and our clients, it's customers and small and medium business providers. So, and we want to expand our network to other countries. So we have planned to go to the Europe, to the Asia, because problem and to make fair deals between small and medium businesses and clients exist in every country. Regarding partners, we cooperate. So for example, our partner IBM, because we part of IBM Entrepreneur Network, so we are using IBM partnership and Entrepreneur Network to introduce Frelda to small and medium companies. And we use Amazon as our data source. So we partner with credits because it's financial companies, and we want to expand usage of our token across different cryptocurrency wallets, exchanges.
Yeah, sure. I have one follow-up question. Obviously that, a lot of what Angie's List does and like-kind companies is that it's using the crowd to validate, quality of work and things of that sort. When you narrow that focus down to only a handful of your friends that actually view somebody, I mean, typically people do not post about great work or good work. They usually post about complaints, things that they are upset about, historically. So is there any, what is the major advantage that you have over a company like Angie's List?
Okay, our business model is, first of all, when you go to the Google and write review about any business, you don't benefit from this. So if you put, it's the reason why people put negative reviews, because if you put positive reviews, you don't get nothing from this, and if you put negative, you can complain about somebody. So in Frelda, if you put a positive review about business from your own experience, and we validate this work, because people cannot just go to the page of the business and leave reviews. You need to make order through our network, and we validate what work is done. So only after that people can leave review about business. And usually because Fred is network of close friends, people not will write some unfair reviews because all of their friends will view it. When somebody make order from our network, he need to choose review of his friends. And these friends will receive 1% from the deal of his friends who he referral to the business. So we are referral pay network for customers. So we are pay for good reviews, and also if somebody leave negative reviews about business, so we have customer protection, so business can complain about these reviews, and we have a resolution center who decide if it's fair reviews or not fair.
Sure. I get the idea. Okay. Very good.
All right.
Let's give one quick question from
Giacomo,
maybe to Freldo.
if you have someone, please mute yourself.
Mute. Okay, so I just taking a walk in this wonderful Romanian office. I love this. Anyway, so it's not properly a question. It's more like that I started my entrepreneurial work by selling fake reviews. So, and even if Amazon is telling us that it's finished, it's not finished. They just putting some, they're fixing the problems every day. So they're not fixing, it's not finished. If you go on Fiverr.com, it's like a $100 million business of fake reviews. So yeah, I was wondering why no one has set up a company like this. So and now that's you. So I get no questions. Just my compliments for doing such a good product.
All right, thanks for your feedback. Thank you, Eugene. And right now, let's move to the next company. And next company is Decimated. Steven Arnold right now with us on the line. Before you will start, I just want to give a quick background that company Decimated participated in the first season of our TV show Blockchain Stars. And Steven, how do you like the second season so far?
Oh, there we go. I'm muting now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Good to see everybody again. Dennis, I know that we met last year at the Coin Agenda event, and Jackie, I don't think that we've met in person, but I've brushed through with like conferences and stuff like that. I've seen you up on stage.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So you guys probably know what I'm working on, right? We're the developers of Decimated, which is the online survival game with the blockchain-based economy. Here's a video in the background. I'm not sure how the frame rates are for you guys, but this is running in 1080p, 30 frames per second. But it's a survival game essentially, right? So let me skip over to, so we have a shop right now on our website where we're selling tokens and virtual items. We're listed on several exchanges, about 5 exchanges right now. We're planning to list on more. We're planning to delist from some just because there's no volume. So we're just kind of like strategizing which one's the best ones to be on. We sell things like a premium pass, where we sell like $49.95 worth of our tokens, and you can see the price fluctuations and how much volume we've got. We're roughly about 30 to 60K per day volume. We have non-fungible items such as this Skylander that you can see rotating around. This is not tokenized yet, but these are the kind of items that we're going to be selling, as I showed you on the front page of the other ships. And as an example of the kind of size of this market, Animoca brand sold a non-fungible item for $110,000. And that's just because there's only one of those things, right? So what we're doing, I'll just give you a quick run through of our presentation. Let me full screen this. Oh no, I can't see the thing. Okay. So yeah, we're working on Decimated. Here's some concept art from the game. We've got a development team from a lot of AAA game studios and partners as well that have worked in AAA games for the last few years. My background has been in game production for the last 11 years, working on a lot of successful titles, including God of War, Paladins, Injustice 2, etc., etc. And the experience that we've got is every single aspect of production, from prototyping stage, concept art stage, storyboards, right up to final polish and engine, programming, and that kind of thing. We have a token called DEO, which is listed on several exchanges, as I mentioned before, on CoinMarketCap, CoinPaprika, CoinGecko, CryptoSlate, etc. Our ICO was rated 4.4 out of 5 on ICO Bench. We've got a partnership with Coinomi, and our tokens are ERC20, so they're compatible with various different ERC20 wallets. We're developing our own wallet as well, so that we can have the virtual items displayed on the mobile phone. We've got a community of about 60,000 subscribers and about 103,000 bounty hunters, which is constantly growing. In fact, we've got far too many bounty hunters, so we need to find a way to kind of filter out the ones that are real and the ones that are bots. And our target demographics are crypto traders and gamers. And on our marketplace, which we're currently in development on, artists, 3D artists will be able to upload content, then the community will vote every month on what content they want to see tokenized, and then they'll be able to sell that to the gamers with a limited level of scarcity. And in every single smart contract, there'll be a revenue share agreement between my company, the original artists, and then if it's sold on a secondary marketplace or sold between gamers in the future, then there will still be a revenue share agreement written in the smart contract. And then eventually the gamers will be able to play the game with their virtual items and crash their ship into each other and shoot each other and steal from each other and stuff like that to make it a fun experience. So it's kind of like a roadmap that we've got of the smartphone wallet first, the marketplace second, and then the game finally at the end of next year. So I don't know if you can see this because I've got videos over the right-hand side of the screen. But I set up the company last year in 2018 around June, July. Started doing a token sale in August, and then listed on the exchanges in March of this year. And I've developed a prototype with a small team. And now we're working on the wallet system, and the pre-alpha will be out at the end of next year. And then we'll be developing this game for the next 3 years, right? So the market size is games like Fortnite, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, DayZ, Scum. And our go-to-market strategy is mainly using YouTube influencers, gamers, esports events, sponsoring esports events, sponsoring blockchain conferences, games conferences, running competitions, and also display advertising using Coinzilla and Google Ads and stuff like that. And we're currently doing an equity round, raising 550k euros in exchange for 25% of the company, and also an equal amount of tokens at a fixed price, which will be issued monthly over the course of the future, and then we'll list on additional exchanges. We're aiming to list on Bittrex, Bitfinex, Binance, if we can afford it, and others, right? And we've got like a forecast of our, profit and loss or our assumptions for the next few years. But our target is to have 500,000 users by the time that we launch. Like I say, right now I've managed to get about 60,000 subscribers and another 100,000 bounty hunters, and that's just my work, right? Once I have like a bigger marketing budget, then I'm sure we'll be able to get 500,000. I think that 500,000 monthly active users is quite modest, because based on the market size of these projects, right, we're marketing to all these gamers, and there's a total acceptable market of over 300 million gamers, which we only plan to capture 1% of. So it's basically the funds are being used to develop to bring the team together. They're currently all remote around Europe and in Ukraine as well. And the exit strategy is to be acquired by a game publisher and also license our technology to other game developers so they can make their own games with what we've built. We've already had several meetings with big game publishers, but we're too early stage for them. So my goal is really to raise money, develop the MVP further, and then we'll continue those conversations with publishers. So that's pretty much it. And I can show you more videos of the game, but that's okay. You can just ask me questions. Go ahead.
Thanks a lot for your presentation. And let's start right now with the question from Giacomo Arcaro. What would love you to ask about company that you made it?
Since I got some connection problems, but okay. Since I used to play to Fortnite, so I know that on all the related business like on Twitch and stuff like that. So I mean, there's more viewers on to Fortnite to Ninja account than Champions League. So it's really huge business, this one. So I didn't catch the part about the team. So who's the team? What background? If you have ever worked within the field, or it's the first time, or you came out from the traditional one?
So the team is currently 15 people, but a lot of them are advisors or freelance artists, concept artists. In terms of developers, we have 2 lead developers, and then they have additional 2 developers that are programmers. And we all come from, apart from the advisors are more blockchain and investor relationship managers who have helped us with listing on exchanges. But the core game development team, we're all highly experienced game developers, including myself. So it's mainly seniors on the team, and my goal really is to bring them all together into under one roof. So that's the stage that we're at. We're at a seed stage, right? I've self-funded the company so far, done as much as I can by myself with a small skeleton crew, and now I have basically the list of the people that I want to bring together for the development of the MVP and the pre-alpha, and they're all top-notch guys, and we also have direct contact with most of the best recruitment agencies in the video game industry who will help us. They already want to help us ramp up when we're ready. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Thanks for that. And Dennis, maybe you have some question to Decimated Company.
Sure. I have a couple different questions. Obviously, this is an early stage type deal. I understand the gaming space is super, super hot space, especially for blockchain and tokenization and things of that sort. But if you can just give me an idea of how much money has been put into the company today, where does the 550K in euros, where does that get you? I mean, does that get you to a finished product, or will you need additional rounds? And if you do need additional rounds, exactly how much cash will you actually need to get to cash flow positive? And I think that's pretty much it for now, because obviously this is an early stage deal. Until that you actually have a product that you can bring to market, I think that if you want to touch upon exactly how you plan on attracting users and people to download content onto the site, I think that might be helpful as well.
Okay, so the first question that you asked was about how much money's been put into the company so far, and I've invested 140,000 euros of my own money. I started the token sale last August and raised about 50,000 euros through the token sale, which is not much, but then it's just because of timing, the bear market and stuff like that, and also the fact that it was basically like myself at the very beginning, marketing the products and do things as much as possible and using viral marketing strategies and YouTube influencers. In terms of how much we're looking for this round, as I mentioned, is 550K, and that will give us enough runway for 2020 to be able to release the pre-alpha version of the game, which is a fully playable version of the game. One thing to bear in mind is that we are going to be releasing demos of the game before the pre-alpha version, and we're also going to be releasing the marketplace and the smartphone app. So we have milestones that are in place which will be a lot sooner than the release of the full game, right? So it's kind of like a build-up. If you think about games like Star Citizen, which have been in development since 2013, they've raised more than $200 million, and their game isn't even out yet, and it's just because of the hype of people wanting to play the game, and they're eagerly waiting every month for the latest version, the latest demo of the game where they can fly their ships around. It might not be the finished product, but the good thing is we can easily export a build of the game and just let people play with it for a month, give us feedback, let them fly their ships around and stuff like that. In terms of how much we need to raise in the future, yes, we definitely need to do future rounds. This raise that we're doing right now is just for the seed round. I think that I want to rely heavily on the virtual item sales and the token sales in order to be able to raise the money to develop the game without having to rely too much on investors and publishers. But we will be doing additional rounds with investors and publishers in the future, most likely, certainly with publishers anyway. As I mentioned before, we've already had conversations with several. So I need to save or reserve a percentage of equity for those guys in the future rounds. I would say that if I was to say right now, this is how much money we need to do the full game, it could be anything from 5 million up to 30 million. But it really just depends on, what kind of quality of product with level of polish we are able to deliver. And it depends basically on future rounds. Right now, I'm just thinking small. I'm not as ambitious in terms of how much I can try and raise through the token sale as I was last year, because everybody knows what the market is like. But we do have the token on the market. We've got about $60,000 of daily trading volume, which obviously needs to be kind of like inflated because of the nature of the cryptocurrency market. But once we list the token on additional exchanges and we hype up and we continue with our marketing strategy to bring users in the gaming space and the crypto space mainly onto our website, then they can buy tokens easily, they can buy virtual items easily, they can trade them long before the game is out. So yeah, I mean, I could talk about this all day long.
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I've been thinking about this like every single day, like 16 hours a day for the last year and a half, if not longer, because the game has been in development since a lot longer than that in paper form and prototype form. We have a 60-page game design document, by the way, so there's a lot of work ahead. So yeah.
All right, we are coming more and more limited on the time. Thanks for your presentation, for your answers, and let's move to the next company. And the next company is going to be Trustra. Roman Potemkin is their CEO. So I'm going to unmute you right now. And Roman, you have right now 3 minutes to make presentation about what is Trustra is about. So yeah, we are listening.
Great. Thank you, guys. I'm Roman. I'm founder of Trustra, and it's quite easy to explain what exactly we do. If you already have some cryptocurrency, definitely you know that it's much easier to buy crypto than to sell or cash out it. So together with Visa, we issue Trustra payment card. This card you can cash out crypto in any ATM, and you make payments anywhere where Visa accepted. So you don't need to use your current bank account any longer. Like in traditional banking, Trustra provides you with web and mobile banking application. In this app, you can get up to 5 different crypto wallets: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash. And in seconds, you can exchange crypto to euro to top up your payment card. So miners, traders, freelancers, different companies who pay their users in crypto, so they need such a simple way to get paid in crypto and cash out. At the moment, we distribute cards in Europe, in 31 European countries, and we are looking for new partners in Asia, Africa, South America. So we want to start issuing cards together. In Trustra, we believe that most of the things around us would be tokenized. Money, company shares, real estate, arts would have a digital equivalent token. And normal people like we are need the simple tool to manage all these huge amount of digital assets, to buy, to sell, to exchange it. So we can offer this tool. And Trustra, it's a digital bank for a new token economy. We combine benefits of cryptocurrency with traditional payment infrastructure. So right now you can go to App Store or Google Play to download Trustra app, and after a quick verification process, you can order a crypto payment card and to enjoy easy crypto cash out.
all right, thanks.
For your presentation, right to the point. And Giacomo, can you join us with question about the Trustra company?
So we may say that this is a kind of the compatible of the Coinbase card.
Yes, so the function is the same. We extremely focus on user experience and the customer care.
Okay. So we may say that it's a mix of good things from Revolut and N26 and Coinbase card for the cashing out. So we will find a good experience of both the fiat world and the crypto world.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, I need to mention that previously, during the last, let's say, 10 years, we developed digital banking solution for retail banks. It was mobile banking application for iOS, Android, Windows Phone. So we get the best practices about UX, security, customer care, and bring it to Trustra.
Okay, thanks.
All right, and Dennis, maybe quick one question to Trustra.
Yeah, sure. Can you, you indicated that you're in 31 countries. Can you give us a little idea of what type of user base you have and what you're doing to attract new users?
We launched our solution on March this year. So during the next 4 months, it was in closed beta. And since July this year, we opened registration. Right now, we have more than 5,000 users. I expect much more during the autumn. I think it's quite interesting space because all cryptocurrency users definitely need something similar.
All right. Thanks for your presentation, Roman, for answers to our advisors. We will wait till the end that everybody will finish their pitches and we will announce who will get to the finals from advisors. Meanwhile, I want to invite the next company to our show, and the next company is ArtPro. Oliver is going to be here and he will make a presentation about ArtPro. So yeah, Oliver, we are listening to you.
Okay, thanks, Maxim. Let me share my screen.
Yep.
Can you see everything okay?
Yep.
Perfect. Hi guys, I'm Oliver, the CEO and co-founder of ArtPro platform. The problem that the ArtPro platform addresses is quite simply the world has become more digital in the last century, and the art world really has been left behind. Buying art online is a complex, it's very cumbersome, and it's an extremely costly process. There's also one of the biggest problems, which is the problem of provenance. 30% of all works that are sold are estimated to be fakes, and authenticity and provenance, according to Deloitte, are the greatest threat to the reputation of the art market. We have created a unique process to really impart trust and eliminate fakes from the online market. We are creating an index of vetted experts who act as market authenticators. We are integrating KYC and AML checks into the platform for everybody who interacts, buyers and sellers. We will store certificates of authenticity on the blockchain. We will incorporate RFID tagging for high-value artworks that's combined with high-resolution photography, pattern recognition software that will verify the art at each time that it's sold. Why blockchain? Of the many use cases, art provenance and supply chain is probably one of the strongest fits. It's tamper-proof, so it's a secure way of storing the information in a way that's impossible to add or remove data. The on-chain data, such as the movement of money, goods, and the identity, can obviously all be securely recorded. And we're able to allocate one token to one artwork. So using the non-fungible ERC-721, we're able to give each artwork an identity on the blockchain that can then be traced through our ecosystem. The total market size, the market in its entirety is worth $67.4 billion. The online market is worth just $6 billion, which represents just shy of 9%. If we look at that in comparison to other online markets, for example, fashion retail sits at closer to sort of 60%, shows that there's huge room for growth, but there are certain barriers that are preventing that. And those barriers are a lack of transparency and trust, a lack of education at the point of purchasing, forgeries and fakes, and an inability to see works prior to purchasing. But all of these are issues that can be resolved when purchasing art through the ArtPro platform. In terms of our competitors, we are a multifaceted platform, so we overlap with a number of existing services, off and online. Direct competitors for us do include auction houses and galleries, and we feel that one of our greatest challenges is in convincing artists and buyers to migrate from what is a very traditional sort of channels over to the platform to enjoy the benefits that come with purchasing online. What really we feel sets us apart from other projects in this space is firstly In June of this year, we were granted 2 crypto licenses by the Financial Intelligence Unit of Estonia. We will primarily focus on an initial peer-to-peer market of artists and buyers. We are aiming to democratize art by lowering the barriers of entry for collectors and artists. Through the creation of a world stock marketplace, we and other tools such as augmented reality, we're adding real-world utility. So it becomes easier. The process of purchasing art is not as cumbersome as it is now, and it's making it easier for people to buy. And through the provision of our reports and our investment guides, we're aiming to educate on the world of art and empower sort of people to make informed investment decisions. We feel that we do arguably more than a lot of the competitors in the space. Mainly, we remove middlemen to connect artists and buyers directly, which is in keeping with the spirit of blockchain technology. The Art Pro marketplace itself connects participants and stakeholders. It allows arts to be browsed and filtered by type, price, artist and style. It acts as an information-rich portal for art lovers. It provides strategies for appraising and acquiring arts. It enables transactions using our native APT token via smart contracts for security and peace of mind. And it adopts the use of augmented reality for an enhanced buying experience. I am CEO and co-founder. My background is in art. I studied art and finance at Sotheby's Institute of Fine Art. When I was still working in art, I was managing a portfolio of fine works valued at any time at around $20 million. My COO and co-founder is Ashley Ulysses, who is a business developer and business manager with a real amount of experience in real estate and both arts. We have quite a good team behind us. Jerry Chai, lead developer. You can see our team here on the left. In terms of advisors, we're working with some real good people. Sanem is number 2 AR leader in Cisco Magazine. She's helping us implement the augmented reality side of things. Boris is a blockchain specialist, so talking to us about the limitations of what we can actually store on the blockchain and so on. And Jose, who is a senior analyst at Amazix, who has worked with some really notable projects, Bancor, HDAC, and so on. In terms of partners, we're now working with over 75 partners, all of which are galleries and artists. What this means for us is that when we launch our platform towards the back end of this year, we will be launching with a populated marketplace, which will hopefully give us a business from day one of trading. That is the Art Pro platform, and I welcome any of your questions.
All right, thanks for your presentation. I'm going to hide it, and let's start questions with Dennis regarding Art Pro. What question do you have, the biggest one right now about Art Pro?
I guess there's a couple different things. Number one is that when you say that you're going to have a group of experts that vet the authenticity of the artwork itself, I guess the blowback from that would be is that are you going to ensure in any way, shape, or form that these are guaranteed not to be fakes? Because if they do get past the threshold of whatever you're vetting, and it ends up to be a fake, is there any way for people to recoup that type of losses? And I think that obviously valuations are that's not, I mean, if you're peer-to-peer and you're just matching buyers and sellers, that's fine. But if you're validating the authenticity of the actual artwork itself, how does that work, and what liabilities or guarantees can you give to the buyers that they're getting exactly what they're proposing? I mean, they're supposed to get.
Okay, thank you for your questions. I think the first thing to say here is that primarily we will have a focus on the emerging art market. 2 reasons. Art over the last 5 years has really started to be deemed as an investment vehicle. We've seen pieces of art selling for astronomical figures. The Salvatore Mundi last year, I'm sure you're familiar with, $450 million US. We know that trying to transform the market as it is by working with previous works from old masters is a very difficult job at hand because of the potential litigation issues we now see in the art market space. We're already seeing that authenticators and insurers are now backing away from high-value works because of those potential litigation issues. So we've decided that our primary focus to begin with will be with emerging artists and living artists. This means that when the artist uploads their certificates of authenticity to the interplanetary file system, which we then hash and put onto our blockchain, we know that that's coming from a verified source. The oracle is secure because it's the artist. At that stage, we then use the high resolution photography scanning, and we use the RFID tagging to build all of that data into one and store it on the blockchain. So as that piece of art completes its journey and continues its journey, it's exhibited, it's sold, it's placed in museums, as it transfers through the Art Pro platform, that's how we would ensure that the works are still the genuine works, because we're able to track it from inception, from the date that that work was first created and stored onto the blockchain. In terms of validating that moving forward, that's how we would essentially do it. We will have the vetted experts. As I say, there will be certain criteria, very stringent criteria when we're building sort of that network of experts to verify the works. But as I say, I think that because we have that primary focus on new arts, on emerging artists, we should be able to alleviate some of the problems that we're seeing in the market space with older works.
Okay, thanks for your answer. And Giacomo, maybe you have a question regarding Art Pro?
Yeah, it seems that I'm into all those kind of markets, but it's like this because I'm passionate about technology. So I have invested in a similar project, which is complementary to yours, which is Art Square, which is based in London. And I'm also a friend with your advisors, Macedo, Absid. So they've already told me about this project, so which is really interesting. I see a bright future into the verification, but technology actually, I don't know if you already found out the way to clearly check the authenticity of the collectibles. Okay, with the artists, it's fine because you just have to take a picture of good quality and you can define that. But with the collectible, it's quite difficult. But if you have found out the way, it's really cool, and I think we can cooperate together with Art Square, which I invested in.
Mm-hmm. I think, thank you for your comments. I think the art and we've compartmentalized art from the art and collectibles market. If you look at it in its entirety, it's worth $2 trillion. So it is a huge market. But like you said, there are issues with being able to verify collectibles. Antiques, both outside of the art world. I mean, even if you look inside the art world, prints, statues, they're notoriously difficult to continue to verify. So I think for us, what we are seeing, however, is that the technology that's being created and released in the verification of art space, if you like, is evolving extremely quickly. We're now seeing technologies that are used by NASA they're in the space and they're being released. They're very in the public domain for companies to use. I think that for us, we know that the sector of the market we can focus on is original paintings with emerging artists. There's a huge market for it anyway. If you take away, if we know that 30% of all works are fake, you're talking sort of $20 billion every year. So it's a huge market space that actually really does need something like this. And outside of blockchain, there isn't anything, there isn't any actual way to be able to track that. So for us, our primary focus is on that. But naturally, as time progresses, the way that we would look to increase our business and increase our revenue moving forward would be to venture into other areas.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Oliver, for your presentation. And yes, this season second one is really tough one. All right. Thanks for watching this episode. It came to the end, but this is not the end of the first stage, because we have more participants which are waiting on the line, which will be presented to you as well. Watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and start asking interesting questions below this video. So thanks again and see you in the next episode. Bye for now.